Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. We're going to read Revelation 21, verses 9 through 21. A long passage, but it's all about the city that John sees. Then came one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues, and spoke to me, saying, "Come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." And he carried me away in the Spirit to a great high mountain, and showed me the holy city Jerusalem coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, its radiance like a most rare jewel, like jasper, clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and on the gates the names of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel were inscribed. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. On the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the 12 names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And the one who spoke with me had a measuring rod of gold to measure the city and its gates and its walls. The city lies 4 square, its length the same as its width. And he measured the city with his rod, 12,000 stadia. Its length and width and height are equal. He also measured its wall 144 cubits by human measurement, which is also an angel's measurement. The wall was built of jasper, while the city was pure gold like clear glass. The foundations of the wall of the city were adorned with every kind of jewel. The first was jasper, the second sapphire, the third agate, the fourth emerald, the fifth onyx, the sixth carnelian, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, each of the gates made of a single pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, like transparent glass. What in the world do we have here? Okay, it's a cube, a giant cube with 3 gates on each side that comes down out of heaven. So the first thing we can do is we could do a little bit. I did some math one time. If it's 12,000 stadia, what's a stadia? Well, a furlong is one translation. Well, what's a furlong? It's like a part of a mile. I don't know. It's an old English measurement. But some commentary said, so the sides of this thing are like 15,000 miles. So it's a huge cube, right? And this huge cube comes down, and it's 15,000 miles on a side and also tall. So you do some math and you figure out the square footage and you start dividing it into apartments. Let's just assume that there's, an apartment every 12 feet or 10 feet or something, and you come up with a pretty nice size apartment for every human being who's ever lived. So it's a gigantic place where everybody could live. On its gates, there are all kinds of jewels. And that list of jewels is the same list that, say, the Babylonians or somebody would have used to symbolize their astrological symbols, except that it's in reverse order. So it's like John he's basically thumbing his nose at Babylonians and saying, we don't need your astrology. This is from God. And it's made of gold that's like clear glass. Now, you explain that to me because I don't get it. Gold is gold, Gold is that color. Clear glass is clear. So how is it like gold that's like clear glass? I don't know. John is doing his best to describe something he sees in a vision, and it's always difficult. He's always using the word like a lot. It's like clear glass, but it was gold, but it was weird. It was different. I don't know what it was, John is saying, but it was wonderful. And this is the city that's coming down out of heaven. So God has made this city, He's bringing it down to earth. Everybody's going to get to go in there. We're going to read about that tomorrow. And I guess the next day we'll do chapter 22. We may take 2 days to do that, but we're winding up Revelation here. But we have a wonderful vision tomorrow, but that's for tomorrow. So for today, this is where we get the expression the pearly gates, by the way. You know, each one of these gates is made of some sort of thing that sticks out. The Hebrew word kind of means carbuncle, but some rabbis took it to mean also pearl, and that's how it's translated here in Greek. It's the pearly gates. So, but each gate is made of a single pearl, so a gigantic pearl that somehow you open and go in. And each gate has a different name on it, you know, and all that. There's a great deal of sort of symbolism here, all of which kind of, as I said, thumbs its nose at the ancient Babylonians and the others who are, you know, who understood everything. And John's like, no, you don't get anything. Your stuff is all backwards and wrong. But John says, this is the hope that we have, that we're coming into this city. Streets are made of gold, and we'll have a wonderful time there. So that's what you have to look forward to. And, you know, if everything's made of gold, then gold is all of a sudden kind of worthless. You don't have to fight for gold and struggle for gold. And what's the old thing? The golden rule, whoever has the most gold makes the rules. It's no longer true if everybody has gold. So just something to think about. Gold is at once prized and also devalued in this text. So that's interesting. So you think about this text and imagine what it's going to be like, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday.